So the challenge here was, could we put something together for Yujin that would keep him alive and allow him to keep randoms alive? It was pretty exciting because we didn't expect it to be this solid. The ability to keep himself alive, you can see from continuously spamming that fourth ability. But with the randoms, they don't always stick around, and so we needed to get damage, boss damage to a respectable level, and be able to get around the map and help out these randoms and get them through this process. So you can see from the damage that we're doing here and how quickly we're doing it, that it's very effective. So let's crack on into the build. As promised, we're going to jump right into this healing build. So the focus of this build is duty and sacrifice. Obviously we're doing everything we can to heal ourselves and heal our friends as we go through the encounter. This is specifically designed for Death Stalker. We can certainly back away from the shield build portion of it if we weren't going after Death Stalker in this particular case. The focus is on being able to use duty and sacrifice as often as possible, but at the same time having enough shield to withstand the hits that he's putting out. So, from here we'll jump into the other mods. So we are using cooldown mods. So we're using Nimble Fingers for 25.6%, and then MP conversion for another 36.5% reduction in cooldown. So that's pretty massive reductions. In addition to that, we need the power to boost our skills. These are non-attribute fusion skill. For duty and sacrifice, so we are buffing that a bit more so that we get more healing power, but at the same time we're also getting, by using the focus mods, a bit more cooldown so that we can really use this over and over again. So you can see that we're getting cooldown from both of those, and that brings our cooldown down to 12.9 seconds. We could get further cooldown by having a reactor that had cooldown, or duration could help us there as well. But we don't have that at the moment. So the rest of the build is focused more on being able to survive the encounter. So we are using Overwhelming Shield. As you know, Overwhelming Shield increases the max shield based on 26.8% of max HP. So anything we can do to boost our HP will boost our shield in there as well. So increased HP gives us 218.5% increase in HP, and then Stem Accelerant gives us another 234% with a slight hit to max MP, but you can see from the gameplay that we've showed already that max MP is not really suffering from this. Okay. We're also adding increased shield to give us 151.9% increase in our shields. HP conversion to get 158%, and that comes with a hit to HP, but like I said, we don't care because we're actually building into the shield part of it. To get us a bit more damage, we are adding shot focus, and I have seen other builds that are focusing on using Passionate Sponsor also to build your DPS. If you're playing with a group that some teammates that are going to stay close to you and are going to utilize that, then I think Passionate Sponsor is a good call. If you're not working with people that or they're not going to stick close to you, then Passionate Sponsor might not be the best play. But Shot Focus is a good play. It brings the firearm AT key up by 15%. So huge benefit. The slight hit we take to the skill power modifier is not really consequential in this particular case. So this is the mods. I'll let you take a quick look at that without any interruption and me covering them up, and then we'll jump into the additional pieces, right? So Materialized Mixture Reactor, we're focusing on a reactor that has fusion and non-attribute because that's the skill that we're buffing for duty and sacrifice. This is additional fusion skill power, so additional healing that's going on, and then skill effect range. It really bumps out the range of the circle that we're able to heal within by 25%. So that's a pretty sizable increase. So we're happy with that. Just so you can see that without my face covering it up. There we go. And then from here we'll jump down to the components. We have gone with two different sets here. Bravery set to give us max shield of 11.9% and HP recovery, and then, which is not really going to help us out. We're focusing on max shield and max HP, and then MP recovery out of out of focus. MP recovery out of combat, MP recovery in combat, and max MP, so we get the greatest amount of MP to pull from. Again, max shield is the increase of 11.9% is the main benefit there, and we get the same from the invader memory or the invader set that's giving us both max HP and max shield there of 11.9%. So remember, increasing the HP is actually going to result in increasing our shield, so that's important to us. And then max shield and equipment drop rate, we could certainly get something better than equipment drop rate if we had max shield and maybe some type of shield recovery modifier. That would be more beneficial, but in this case, this is what we have at the moment. So that is it for the components. Weapons wise, we are, as we said, using Enduring Legacy, simply because it is a very strong weapon. Having fire on here triggers the already existing fire benefits of this weapon. So if you don't know that, you can hold down F1 here and come to the unique ability. As long as there's a fire effect on the enemy, the trigger rate corresponding to the element fire, and inflicts the unique ability quenching. So we would get this quenching ability, which is down at the bottom, 0.4 seconds, max stacks up to 50, fire resistance down by 5, and fire resistance per stack 0.8%, firearm ATK increase of 11%. So this really buffs the damage that we're able to do with this weapon, and it just keeps stacking. So as long as we're firing the weapon at the enemy with fire on the as an ability, then we're in good shape. So if we look at this build, we are using fire enhancement so that we can proc that ability, and that really does drive some additional damage for this weapon. And then obviously we're using Nezestras. Nezestras has this is the build that we're using for Nezestras. Nezestras has the added benefit of reducing the resistance of the boss as well. So if you look at its unique ability, on hitting an enemy's weak points, as long as we're getting weak point hits, inflicts a unique ability, devotion's mark on the target. We don't want to hit an ally, that would take away our MP. But the devotion's mark duration is 3 seconds, and it's a reduction in the defensive characteristics of the boss by 30%. So this is huge, So if we can get some good hits on him, then our hits are going to count more, and all the friends that we're with doing damage to the boss is going to buff that as well. So these are two good weapons for this particular build, and that is it for the build. Thank you for watching. If you've liked the content so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you.